One of the first things I do every day is spend time with my pup, Jude. Early in the morning, while everyone in the house is asleep, we take a 2.5 to 3 mile walk. But I'm recovering from the flu today, so we are heading down to the private dog park so he can get some exercise without me straining my lungs to breathe. Jude is a great pup. I say pup, but he just turned 3. He's just twisted muscle and a mouthful of teeth. And though he looks like a shark on 4 legs, he's a lover more than a fighter, like his dad. Normally, during our walks, I'm listening to the Bible, an audiobook, or a sermon. Today, once I see Jude's found more interest in chewing sticks than fetching them, I'm going to continue to rest through the sickness by making my way through this book called Madness by Antonia Hilton. Like all good books I've been reading lately, it's been a mix of extreme sorrow and inspiration. I've been stretched to think about things or to think in ways I've not thought about before, even this late in the game of life. I know I have a family tree full of folks with mental illness. The people I know about have been mostly on my mother's side, or the white side. I'd never stopped to consider what it must have been like to have mental illness as a Black American during slavery or in the Jim Crow era. I never heard, and it never came to mind, that society would use mental illness in the Black community as proof for a race's inability to care for itself, as opposed to seeing, let alone being willing to admit at minimum that perhaps hundreds of years of discrimination, physical abuse, terror could possibly affect the psyche in profound ways. Ways that should encompass part of the solution we as people try to overcome to right past wrongs instead of capitalizing on the abuse. Not to mention the men, women, and especially children who were sent there with no mental illness at all. They were sent there to feed the machine of commerce by the goods they could produce without much hope of ever being cured to freedom because it would affect someone's bottom line. Many of these people who had no mental illness or could have been helped with proper treatment never saw their families again. From being forced to build their own asylum to living in deplorable conditions, all I can think about as I wrap up my brief morning read and gather up my pup is the phrase, "Do no harm."